Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, or no children, we are live from the Steel Twins recording studio in the cherry capital of the world, Traverse City, Michigan. Introducing your hosts, the Cannonball, the Cannon, the Steel Twins.
What's going on, everybody? It's Monday night, and you know what that means.
That's right, voice acting night, baby.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for leading us in, Package, and thank you guys for once again joining us on your Monday night. We're going to do this a little earlier to try to help people, be able to watch our stuff. Even if they happen to come in the second hour or whatever, but
yeah, we were slated to start streaming at 6:30, but why not? We started now, and if we're lucky enough and if we're quick enough, we might very well finish the whole case in one fell swoop.
I mean, I kind of want to get to the bottom of this because, okay, so for those of you who need to catch up, so we're done with day one of the trial, and so far we found out that Myriam Scuttlebutt is has it out for Junie because she's jealous. But also, we found out that Robin Newman is actually a girl. What? I mean, it's so great to see that, Robin's, shed that brace and is embracing who she really is. I mean, that's great. It's still kind of weird that she's still sticking with the testosterone hyper persona. And then Hugh O'Conner had a meeting with Professor Courte. We're trying to get to the bottom of that. But, man, there's still a secret because Blackwell's got something over his head. And then there was a photograph taken 5 minutes before the victim was killed. And the defendant, Juniper Woods, is in that photo. What's going on?
Not to mention the fact that all three suspects confessed.
Absolutely.
Trying to protect each other.
Oh, my gosh. Because, it's like the evidence is just stacking up, and only those three could have done it. We have another suspect in mind, but who knows? He might have an alibi because he was getting ready for the mock trial. But unless we can prove that somebody was at the school at the time. But that's what this next investigation is for. That's the only silver lining here is that because everybody's, trying to confess and the judge is going, what the heck's going on here? We need more information. So our intrepid heroes have avoided a guilty verdict, but more work is to be done.
You want to turn the music on now?
I do, because I don't want to forget that because they got some sweet tunes in this game.
Yeah, not to mention the fact they want to hear the sounds too.
Well, I mean that's kind of important. So, speaking of sounds, we're going to make some sounds right now. Obviously, we're going with our unofficial sponsors, C4, WWE version.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, if you have kept your bottle or a pin on your if you have kept your bottle or a pin on your can, go ahead and pull that pin or twist that cap off. The Cannonball. What time is it?
It's time to hydrate.
You're damn right, son. Cheers. I'm ready. Berry Power Bomb, ladies and gentlemen.
Berry Power Bomb.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Live scene.
And action. All right, there's so much missing in this that I really want to get to the bottom of this thing.
Me too. Don't we all?
Mm-hmm. That's the thrill of the hunt, or the thrill of the case.
I will tell you, prior to this stream, I have already beaten the third case, and
this guy right here. So he's got the inside scoop. But the plot of this series is like I'm always coming in blind as a bat, so I have no idea what's going on. So that when something screwed up happens or something dramatic happens, I'm thrown for a loop. Kids, I've been thrown for a loop quite a lot in this series, from Iris being Mystic Morgan's daughter to Olive Green. Well, I already knew about Olive Green from Great Ace Attorney Chronicles because I played that game front to back, and it's one of the greatest games of all time as it pertains to this genre. You know, Apollo Justice being the son of a magician. What? You know, and everything else in between. And these next few cases, will be no exception. So, get your popcorn out, take a seat, and be prepared to continue Turnabout Academy.
Time to earn your bread, Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Show me what you're made of, girlfriend.
That is the most... Okay, here we go. October the 25th, Wright Anything Agency.
Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant. But there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today.
I'm just glad you remembered that. But now, how about relaxing a little?
Relax? Not gonna happen! Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd...
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? No, I can't lose it all. Not now.
What do you mean lose it all? What are we talking about here?
Oh, her job? Her
You're not
reasoning?
going to lose her job just because of a guilty verdict, but there's more to it than this. I have to imagine.
You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale.
I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. Thanks, but I better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first, right away.
No, wait! I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I better go too.
No problem. You two be careful.
All right, then. Let's
Here we
do
go.
it.
October 25th. By the way, it's like every once in a while you get the magic panties again. I'm like, come on. Detention center. Visitors room.
There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here?
Well, now, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here?
Yeah, and what's with that jackass smile? That scared the shit out of me.
Ugh.
I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you.
Phrasing.
Oh my God.
Well, you don't have to think about that.
I wanted to ask him something. But first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, Don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that, Athena, I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me.
Uh-oh.
What?
That ain't good.
What?
Huh?
I myself only just heard of this a moment ago.
Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie! I know, Athena. But will you please hear me out?
All right, let's talk to her.
Why change lawyers?
Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime?
Body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who could move freely around the campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat.
No, you're not.
This guy's getting more suspicious by the second.
But how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent?
I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle means.
I really don't like the sound of that.
I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too.
All right, if that's how you really feel, we'll respect your decision.
Apollo!
But we want to continue our investigation. Can we ask you some more questions?
Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation?
Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all.
There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out?
I don't know, because of the way it looks? Jesus.
Why did you confess?
Yeah, why?
About your confession, Junie, it's not true, is it? You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you?
Yes. I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend.
You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime?
No, I didn't do it because it's a rule. I did it because she's my friend.
Why is there discord in her voice again?
Yeah, why indeed?
Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks?
No, I don't know. There's gotta be proof of friendship somewhere. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
There's more here than meets the eye.
The trio's friendship.
When did you three first become friends?
Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about.
There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that.
We even have proof of our friendship.
Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around.
Them being what?
But the situation kind of changed recently. When the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results.
Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Professor Courte, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students.
At some point, we stopped talking about it. While that meant fewer arguments, it also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be.
I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. Seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought.
Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject.
Yeah, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder.
All right, the day of the murder.
Junie, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room where I worked on my stage costume until 7.
Okay, so that means that she was at, well, what happened after 7? Because 15 minutes after 7, that's when the murder occurred.
That's it? You didn't go anywhere else?
No, nowhere else.
If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's gotta be hiding something else.
Oh boy. Junie, do you remember this picture?
Yes, but something's wrong here.
Oh,
I
hold
felt-
the phone, Jack.
Yeah, I felt something too.
Wrong? What's wrong?
I took this picture around 6 o'clock, which is before I left the art room.
Oh, I wonder if somebody just moved the hands on the clock and took the battery out.
I don't know, man.
But the clock here says it's just after 7.
By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture.
I guess I better go check the art room.
Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder.
Encountering O'Conner.
Yeah, this is where we get to the pink meat.
On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh.
Yes, I did.
She's holding her wrist for some reason. I don't know why.
Around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. Maybe not. Maybe he's lying about that. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask?
She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? All right, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder?
Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30.
Oh, well, what'd she forget?
Man, I don't know.
Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime supposedly took place.
That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished.
Oh, right. Statues that Robin made. So they were covered in white sheets? Judy, are you okay?
Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all.
Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means?
I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Hold it! Junie and Professor Means, I have a proposal.
A proposal?
Wait, this is another one of your crazy...
By sundown today,
Yes?
I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice,
Wait a second. Don't drag my name into...
We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery.
What?
And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what that truth is.
I see. So it has come to this, has it?
If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then, you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Professor Means.
I have no objections, as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement.
Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Athena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time.
Junie, it's way too early to thank me. But you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I will see you back here at sundown.
Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just, she's new to the agency, so...
Oh, don't be silly. I find it all rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later.
If you'll excuse me, I better go.
Okay, see you later.
Well,
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
This is no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what.
all right, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We're moving. And what a storyboat telling us. Back to the stage it is.
Hey, what's Scuttlebutt doing over there?
Her in her box. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, outdoor stage. And she's not even in stealth mode either.
Is it my imagination, or did something just move?
There's the guy.
Afternoon, you two.
Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking into campus like this is just slightly suspicious?
I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest confidence.
I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand?
I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress, but you needn't have asked, Fräulein. I'd intended to help from the start.
You're the best prosecutor, Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday.
All right, well, you want to talk to me on stage?
Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you?
That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad.
Yeah, look at it. Look at it real quick. See that
Hold on
crescent
a
moon?
second.
The-
Hey!
Yeah, look at the photo.
Hey! You mean to tell me somebody tried to use that stage backdrop to look... What?
What?
Oh, hell no. Hell no, dog. Oh, boy.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you done fucked up now, homeboy.
So that was staged.
Yep.
That was 7:10 a.m.
Oh,
not
yeah.
p.m.
Yeah, buddy.
My fat ass. All right. Yeah, that is. What a coincidence! Wow, that's crazy. All right. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this.
Yeah.
Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there in the back? I know the scales are the school emblem, but what's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something.
That's a letter, girlfriend.
It's the Governors. Athena, Ixnay on the Ixay.
That's the Governor's logo, Fräulein. Oh, a nice pig Latin hair forehead, really smooth.
Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rocket seriously hard.
9, Fräulein. It's a G for Governors, not a 6. But whatever floats your pretty boat.
So where's this banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage.
It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from heavyweight high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues? There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah?
Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin.
Right, the statues.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? We didn't even look into that the last time we were here. As you can see here in the stage plans, right here, we have the statue of me. And right here, Herr Wright statue.
Mm-hmm.
But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Herr Forehead.
What did I ever do to you?
Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new.
Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star? Achtung! That's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere.
Yay! Let's do this! Schnell!
Is this an investigation, or am I interrupting a German language club social event?
Oh, sock it, Apollo.
All right, let's examine it. So I think the objective here is to...
First, let's go talk to the box.
Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off! I knew it. I know that voice anywhere.
Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear.
So this is a future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh?
All right, let's...
All right, so let's look.
I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom?
Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky, don't you think it's romantic, Fräulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial cycle.
3-day trials outdoors? No thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined.
Nah, okay, the witness stand.
Wow, they built a witness stand too, even though it's just a temporary stage. Oh, but I think they're still working on it. Let's see what this notice says. Caution, pedestal features a high-speed rotation mode. Activate with care.
Oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, that might be a callback to a Turnabout Serenade.
You mean this thing spins? It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Maybe we should try a different angle.
There's a piece of rubble on that table.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Found one! A piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride.
Are you saying my pride is as fragile as a plaster of Paris?
Looks like there are other large pieces scattered about.
Okay, let's find what we can.
White fragment added to the court
A
record.
large white fragment is a distinctive shape that can be described as angular. Let's see.
Oh, look, another piece.
Ah,
Found another piece of the statue.
But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Purple fragment added to the court record.
a purple fragment from a broken statue was found all alone in the strangest of places. All right, so we're just basically looking for stuff.
Yeah, we're looking for large pieces.
Ooh, I like the view. The judge can look down on everything from up here.
Yeah, not bad for a temporary stage.
Is that so, Mr. Justice?
Your judge act from the mock trial? I don't know why, but it kind of creeps me out.
Wrong answer again, Mr. Justice. A penalty for our mock lawyer.
That is not funny.
Oh, what are you talking about? I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right. What was this?
The winner of the mock trial was to take the training seminar right here.
You mean Hugh or Robin?
Yeah. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who can move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial. That means one of them must be the killer.
Well, that's not really enough to go on, is it? We need to talk with Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name.
Right. And that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. There's no time to lose. But we can't rush it either. Efficiency is the key.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, I found some more.
The other statue Robin made, it's been smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together too.
Yeah, but all I see are itty-bitty ones.
I wonder what Mr. Wright would think if he knew we put Prosecutor Gavitt's statue back together, but left his like this.
We can always come back to it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it.
All right, hold on.
Look somewhere else. Look, down there.
There we go.
Found another piece of the statue.
But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned.
Look at every nook and cranny.
That's 2 purple fragments.
So there's got to be blue ones around here somewhere then.
Actually, no. I think we're looking for like the pink ones or something. So, you know that other... You know we found that paper?
There's even a prosecutor's bench here on the stage.
Ah, the memories, Fräulein. As a former rock star and a prosecutor, the prosecutor's bench has taught me much about human emotions, passion, and fight.
I can picture it now. You with your silvery singing voice and Apollo sweating bullets.
Hey, how about picturing me winning once in a while? There's another big chunk.
Found another piece of the statue.
We got more. Leave no stone unturned.
That's 2 white fragments.
There you go. There should be another one. Look left. Oh, right there. Look at that. This looks like another piece of the statue.
Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all.
I think we have all we're gonna find.
Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered.
I think you might want to reword that.
Purple fragments updated. Now we got 3 purple fragments and 2 white fragments. Well, that was quick, wasn't it?
Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around.
Yeah. Let's see if we can put the statue back together.
All right, Apollo, you come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Let's rock.
We did it! Not bad if I do say so myself.
Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look. What's with all these leftover white pieces?
These look like they go together. And this one, too.
Athena? What do you think you're doing?
Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time.
Oh.
Well,
Hello. Oh, look at that.
so, what is it?
Ah, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fräulein.
Phew. I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something.
No. I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here.
Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plans.
Still, I could swear I've seen the statue somewhere before.
Lady Justice added to the court record.
This and the statue of Clavier were broken at the same time but have been repaired. No one knows where it came from.
Oh, hang on. Let's look at something, but go ahead.
The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes.
At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues.
I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage?
Well, what about that pole?
Yeah.
You mean this? It is a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere.
What is that?
It's a banner.
Oh.
Look at that window.
This wire is hanging banners over the stage.
Four hanging banners, but
Yeah. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked.
oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place.
The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there.
That's the art room over there? Isn't the scene of the crime?
Bingo, Fräulein. It's still crawling with cops, though.
Hey! Anyone in the art room?
Oh, it's you people. In justice we trust.
Ah, it's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust.
Is that some kind of a greeting between you two?
Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there?
Of course. Just leave it to me. How's that?
Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust.
Always glad to help. In justice we trust. Man, I can't get enough of that saying. So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not?
Hey, look at that banner, though.
Ooh.
Well, looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Okay, well, let's look at that banner. Look at this banner. I don't think it would flap very well in the wind.
An inflatable banner? Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers. It's like it was made for this very stage.
Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it.
Oh!
Whoa!
Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day. That looks
It's like a blood stain. What?
Athena, there's some things that have to yield to forces beyond themselves.
what a cruel world we live in.
Hey, let's grab a paper what's caught up inside. It's blowing away.
I got it. Yes. Great catch, huh?
October, Hugh 120. What?
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Well, there was a page that was torn off, remember?
Right.
Looks like some kind of note. What does it say?
October, Hugh 120. What's that supposed to mean?
A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score.
I don't see how even Hugh can get beyond perfect.
Fräulein, shall we inspect the banner again, now that it has been unraveled? Hugh scrap added to the court record.
Discovered on stage, it appears to be a piece of paper torn from a notebook. The name Hugh was written on it. All right, take a look at that banner again.
This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform.
Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look! There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem.
This banner was on a wire connected to the art room.
Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That's how the body got moved.
This stain might be from the victim's blood.
School banner added to the court
A
record.
large banner that was hung by a wire between the stage and art room. A trace amount of blood was found on it. What about that statue?
This one here?
The lady statue.
First of all, I gotta look at something. I was like, hey. So look at this, right? I knew there was something goofy about that.
But
what's it doing in pieces there?
Well, it must be like the real Lady of Justice that someone else created or something.
I don't know, but man, that is way too coincidental.
This statue doesn't look anything like you on Mr. or Mr. Wright.
The goddess bearing scales and a sword. She's a symbol of fairness and strength.
But she and her symbols were shattered along with the statues of you and Mr. Wright. This is a direct challenge to the rule of law. Well, if they want to fight, they've got one.
Whoa, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit.
Phew. That was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time.
Does that mean you're satisfied?
Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to check out.
The box. Oh, wait.
See that metal fence back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well,
There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place.
It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up, but they were never able to finish on account of the murder.
we should take a look if you think it could be important. What the? Drag marks.
This track looks man-made.
Hey, you're right. And it looks like it starts from behind the backdrop.
Maybe a big money pro wrestler was hiding back there.
Or that's where somebody was dragging the body.
Oh boy. Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look.
Looks like something was being dragged through here, and this is where it started.
Scott Ryan has liked the stream. Woo, daddy.
Thanks so much, brother.
Let's see. Making sure we didn't miss any comments. Not yet.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but whatever it was, it's long gone.
Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival.
Aw, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important.
Well, that's about it for the stage.
Right. I think we better search the art room next.
I think I'll hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah?
Find what?
What else? The governor's banner that disappeared from the stage. You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand.
It just might be indeed.
Really? Or does he just want his banner back?
Don't tell me. Show is short, Nedge.
Hey!
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh no! He's getting away! That box! It just took off running!
I have a pretty good idea who that is, as I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us.
Maintenance area's over in that direction. After that box! Da-da-da-da-da.
Charge!
Big Money Pro Wrestler and... Well,
Big Money Pro Wrestler and something big was being dragged. My money's on the wrestler's head. You're dragging his massive moose cock.
there he goes again with the dick jokes.
Oh, yeah. There's the dick jokes again. Themis Legal Academy maintenance area.
Like I said, viewer discretion advised. Good God, man. Anyways.
Myriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here.
I'm just an empty box. And that's what you do with them. You throw them away.
A nice new box, by the way.
Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look.
Wasn't Manor anymore. I was a complete failure in court today. My work, pride, my dreams, everything I worked so hard for, gone.
Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter?
Failure as a reporter?
Come to think of it, calling her a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. All right.
Scold me, despise me, pack me away where I'll never see the light of day. I've been cast aside to waste away into a big pile of mushy paper mache. I kind of feel responsible for this, but...
Now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable.
Ethics. Anyway.
I bet that's what you were just thinking.
What kind of person do you think I am? He read me like a book.
All right, let's talk to her. Scuttling Scuttlebutt.
That was you on the stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that? Take a look at this. Why are you showing me a burnt up old rag?
Wait, that must be the Governor's logo.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Governor's logo there.
So is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up. You just look at me. I just happened to find it in the incinerator. Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box?
You should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose.
I would think so.
Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo.
How about more and more related? Glass half full, after all.
Yep.
Burnt fragments added to the court record.
Burnt remnants of the Governor's banner that was tossed into the incinerator and later found by Myriam. The depths of despair.
Myriam? I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter. Too late. I already decided journalism isn't for me. Last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. Really gonna do it. Here goes. 5%, 10%, 4 years of my life down the drain.
Shouldn't we stop her, Athena?
Yeah, she might have something. She might have something.
Yes.
Myriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay? You didn't mean it?
Oi, Zion Boy Man you on the street again.
I know, my photos! Stop! Cancel report! Did you stop it in time? Deletion progress. 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left.
What are you gonna do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right.
I know.
Your photo technique.
Don't worry, Myriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all of our hearts.
Oh, for God's sake, Scuttlebutt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, Athena, that was cringeworthy.
Hey, Myriam, check this out. You took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I'm sure they really appreciate it. Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact. I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back.
Themis Herald and Themis Herald Extra return to Myriam.
No rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live. Myriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin? Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just, it was so close. It was just their freshman year, so, well...
Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I think that's the only explanation.
What's the only explanation?
Maybe she wants in?
Well,
Wait a second. You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Objection!
Objection! That's exactly what he's thinking, Myriam. You want in on their little trio. How could you possibly know that?
Ugh. Sounds like Eric Cartman from South Park.
Yeah.
That's one abused laptop.
Phrasing!
Laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. Near 17 years. Now I really feel bad. Oh, I know. Myriam, we have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you. Huh? You have a laptop I can use? Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you can hang out with them. What? Like I can ever do that? Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow our laptop.
You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like good cop, bad cop, all rolled into one.
Well, she does have a lot of experience with psychology.
Yes.
Fine, I'll do it. If that's all you want. Yay! I'll be by later to bring you the laptop. Wait. It's not like I owe you anything. But here. Split.
That paper again.
Oh, the photos.
Thanks. Oh, it's a set of pictures.
The two pictures she had left.
Yes. Looks like they're setting up the stage. Hey, you see that thing on his neck?
Yeah. I mean, there's a scarf on his neck, and he's got so it's Hugh with a construction uniform on. Robin's sitting there with Professor Means. He was there at 6:03. The hell's going on?
Well, we don't know yet. Looks like they're setting up the stage.
Yeah, I talked to when they were putting Stage's backdrop into place. Wow, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out anyway. These are the last two photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours.
Stage set of photos added to the court record.
Last two of Myriam's photos. They show the students setting up the stage's backdrop on the night of the murder.
Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady.
And there she goes. That was really impressive, Athena. What's next?
Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if possible.
Okay, let's walk around, see if we can find them. All right, then, let's move.
All right, we're moving. But where?
The hallway. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, first floor hallway.
Hey, that's Hugh over there.
What the Jesus?
Hugh, we wanted a word with you, if you don't mind.
If it was Mr. Wright, then sure. But you two? Meh.
I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice.
You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect. Plus, you actually confessed in court.
Whatever. So what do you want from me? But make it brief. I don't have a lot of time. And I assume you don't either.
All right, let's talk to him. Why'd you confess?
About your confession today, you weren't serious about that, were you?
Let's just say I had no choice thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get the job done.
So, you're really prepared to take the blame for this?
Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way. You don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or as we say around here, the end justifies the means.
Ugh.
But I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Conner.
Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin or I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning. Or have I overestimated you?
You'll make a great lawyer someday. I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin.
Could Hugh and Robin's confessions really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? This is gonna take some serious thinking on my part.
Relational Blackwell.
Yeah, what's he got on you, pal?
It sure looked like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you?
I've no intention of saying anything more. I hope you'll excuse me. Hold. I am not through with you yet. Seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you know what. No, wait.
One little statement and Mr. Cole loses it? What's that all about?
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. You really are a rank amateur. Even if that were true, you'd think I'd open up to you?
So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing a discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin.
Just wasting your time and mine. Next question.
Court's planner. Excuse me.
About that meeting with Professor Courte on the 23rd, why did she want to see you?
I've no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me any way you can.
Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, he is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Courte used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop this whole charade and just tell me the truth?
The truth. How could you be so sure we'll help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper's for that matter.
No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. That's the only way to honor Junie's wishes in Professor Courte's memory.
I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about that truth you're so interested in.
Hugh,
But don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand?
He sus because I don't like his glasses.
what's that supposed to mean?
What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends.
Yes, we were. Till just recently, actually.
Were?
I already told Juniper, so might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore.
Think about that.
What? Why?
Maybe that was the confession he was gonna lay on her.
Uh-oh.
Just as I have my secrets, she has a side you've never seen.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is.
What are you saying?
This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Hugh, wait! Ugh. He's gone.
He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that?
That didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow.
Hi, Maddie.
Maddie! Thank you so much for joining the chat. Athena, what do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation.
All right. We don't really have much time left anyway.
All right, then.
There we go. Scene of the crime.
We're just an hour in. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor, art room. This is the scene.
Oh, look at that. The phony Fanty.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again?
Good to see you too, Maddie.
Thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier.
Don't mention it. Helping those in need is what my brand of justice is all about.
Right. So this art room was where the murder actually occurred?
That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye, but there's blood on the floor. That area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out.
What do we want to do?
Let's talk to him real quick.
Art
Art room
room.
investigation.
Find anything new? Find anything new, Detective Fulbright?
Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet.
He sure is confident for having found nothing.
But if we're talking outside of the art room, there's been a major breakthrough.
Oh dear. Unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do.
No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one.
Wow, you saw right through me, Detective. I'm impressed.
Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, are we?
The breakthrough.
So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned?
You want to know? You really want to know? You really?
Come on, just tell us already.
Aw, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back, and it's Fulbright. Great.
Great.
Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder?
Exactly. The voice belongs to the suspect, Ms. Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. Voice print analysis added to the court record.
Results of the voice analysis performed on the tape recording.
So maybe we got a full transcription? Let's look at it. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Hugh O'Conner. Ha 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 ha. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes.
He's the last person I want laughing at me.
So now there's evidence of Juniper shouting, "You're a goner," around the time of death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it?
I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junie would shout that in the first place.
I just despise him.
So I'll tell you what.
Issue. Does the voice shouting, "You're a goner," belong to Juniper Woods? Result. The voice is a perfect match. Note 1. Testing is underway regarding signs of post-recording editing. Note 2. The tape is about 10 minutes, 35 seconds of noise requiring further testing.
Wow, so there's a good 10 and a half minutes of this
Yeah,
stuff.
keep that in mind.
Now, and also she went back to her dressing room at about 6. So 10 and a half minutes.
Isn't that during a speech?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's investigate, shall we? Examine.
So there's a picture that's down here. Let's look here.
Search every nook and cranny.
Hey, this area with the rope around it.
That's where we detected a large blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here or somewhere close by.
The fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right?
Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all evidence of wrongdoing, and that,
In a nutshell, is justice, right?
I'd appreciate it if you let me have the cool lines. So what's this? Look at this.
A mock trial script on the floor and nearby an envelope marked Use.
Wonder if Myriam's script was ever really inside that envelope.
Let's see here. By Myriam Scuttlebutt. And the title is Rogue et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment.
I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me.
I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me.
It says there are special rules allowing the payment of bribes while court is adjourned.
What?
Oh, hey.
Payment of bribes?
Oh, and you can bring in up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says,
Alex Michael, thanks so much for liking the stream. I wonder if that's our boy Alex Pulowski.
Probably.
Maybe.
Maybe somebody
But
did.
no, that's somebody on Facebook, so could be somebody new.
welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
The prosecution claims this is a script that was supposed to have been used.
But the scripts were selected by Professor Courte. Considering how much she valued the truth, I seriously doubt she'd pick a script entitled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment.
Wow, you have that title memorized already? Well, what about that pottery over there?
Yeah,
What's
look at
this?
that. There's blood. Look like there's stuff on it. There's
Bloodstains.
on it.
Sorry.
Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it.
And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway.
Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains the way the glaze was dribbled onto it.
Just like bloodstains?
Hey, do we have that luminol on us?
I think so. Without further ado, let's do this thing.
Yeah. In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once.
I get it. The victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body very well could have been dropped from this window.
In the mock trial script, the body was dropped onto a mat.
Alex and I are hiding from the Catholics. That's why we changed our Facebook profiles.
Good idea. Keep that in your back pocket, though.
Then, a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage.
The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and a ball cart.
So, even the moving of the body was carried out just like in the script. The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script.
Well, what did you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place.
Well, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it in court.
Wait a minute.
It's me, Alex Pulowski. Maddie and I are tuning in tonight.
Yay! Thanks, Alex.
Okay.
Your support means everything.
Yep, absolutely it does. So what's this? Picasso?
A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. See? Courte. Wow, Professor Courte must have painted this.
So, is this what they consider art? I really don't get it.
I swear I've seen this girl before.
It's Junie.
Junie!
There's an air of fragility about her and those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Her name's on the tip of my tongue.
And the other picture.
A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this.
Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but...
Oh, look! There's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Courte's artistry. Must keep practicing. Robin.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, me too.
I think this is plenty good myself.
I wonder what it would look like if Professor Courte had painted Juniper.
I bet it would have been really artistic looking.
Isn't that a mock trial script? Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here.
Let's see. Looks like everyone from the judge course submitted one.
The victim, Constance Courte, was the Fine Art Club's advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here.
Poor stressed out, overworked Professor Courte. I know exactly how that feels.
You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it.
You're one to talk, Apollo.
Me? What about Mr. Wright?
Maybe we should rename the firm Wright Stuff All Over the Place Agency.
What do we got here?
3 busts sitting on a shelf. A judge, a defendant, neither a lawyer or prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed out looking one, the defendant.
Look, there's another one that's fallen onto the floor.
I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think. This could tell us how tomorrow's trial will go.
Oh, just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes, thanks. Look at that winch. You see that winch?
Yeah, I do. I see it.
Some wire and a winch, so this is how they reel the banners in and out. There's a nice view of the stage from here.
Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of that broken statue.
So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone.
I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. All right, what about that table? Well,
Yeah, there's a statue here.
hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo?
You're right. Wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this.
What about that phony fanny thing?
Sure.
Hey, look! That's you on this mobile, Apollo. A red demon.
A red demon? Looks more like a snake curled around a brush to me.
No. See the antennae and the yellow spots on its back? Anyone can say it's a ladybug.
I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
Fine, we can investigate this further at a later date. Agreed?
Okay, let's do that. You okay with that, Athena?
Really regret bringing this up.
So there's the clock.
This is the clock that created that major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look.
Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate.
You sure? How'd you check it?
Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch. See?
Detective Fulbright, didn't you notice that your watch had stopped?
It has? Aha! This is unacceptable!
We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves.
Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by 1 whole hour. Well, Detective?
But
This clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken.
aha! There we go. Gotcha, bitch.
If so, that would fit perfectly with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost.
You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face.
Wait just 1 minute. The clock is an hour ahead right now. Sure.
Yeah, Matt even said, gotcha, bitch. Yes, very fitting.
But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime?
That's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there is a moon outside this window, right?
Sure, a nice crescent one, like something out of a picture book.
But if you look at that window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building.
Oh, then what's this moon doing here?
I wonder.
Oh.
Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you?
That's right, but I hadn't seen this. That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad.
Is this the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, Detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken.
3, 2, 1, go there. Hit it, Athena.
Take that! I know what this moon really is. And if you look at this photo, you'll know too.
Oh, wow! Talk about wicked timing.
Yeah, baby.
This shows where that moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony.
Yep, so that photo was taken at 6:01 p.m. Wow!
Yep.
Talk about coincidence. What? Where does it show that?
If you look right here, it will all become crystal clear.
Up there. See that board?
I was gonna look at the time, but
Take that! They were still prepping the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position.
I can see that. That's the big board hanging here. The size matches too.
But there's no picture. That's a crucial detail.
It is. But I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board.
The back of the...
That's right. And at around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front.
What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall.
That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look.
Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop?
Exactly. In short, this photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved.
Well, hold on a second, folks.
It's like it's like scrambled porn on an old school TV.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure why the comments aren't showing up, but let's keep going.
And as you can see here, it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set in place. So the art room clock was running fast at least as far back as the day of the murder.
How can I ever face Prosecutor Blackwell now?
Yes! I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence.
Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial?
In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. I haven't just learned that the clock had been 1 hour fast. Means we're back to square one concerning the suspect's actions that day.
I wonder what the main argument will be about now.
How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans.
Oh? Does he now?
Detective Fulbright?
Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation.
No, I wasn't gonna ask about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin.
Oh, you mean Ms. Robin Newman? She was just here a moment ago. She mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall.
Video? What video?
Oh. Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall.
Right, let's go.
All right, let's get to it. Da-da-da-da-da.
Charge!
Lecture hall. October 25th, Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor, lecture hall. We'll find Robin in here, but...
There she is. Robin. Hey, Robin.
Oh, Athena, Apollo.
What are you watching there?
Oh, it just so happens to be a video of the mock trial.
Oh.
I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right?
No.
There it is again. Professor Mean sure has a lot of influence around here.
Care to look into the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me?
Sounds great. But do you mind if we ask you some questions first?
Sure, I'll tell you anything, you W-A-N-T.
All right, talk to her. Why did you confess?
About your confession today, why'd you do it?
Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible.
Right. The end justifies the means. So you're a follower of Professor Means too?
Professor Means is a wonderful teacher, as was Professor Courte. I like them B-O-T-H.
So she's naive.
She brushed that one off like a pro.
But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Coercion. Gawk, 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 gawk.
That dude is sweating worse than Ken Kratz.
Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case.
What? Why?
I
I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no! My parents forced me to study to become a prosecutor.
But if the trial went south, you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash.
I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right.
Day of the crime. Did you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Finishing a statue. I was on the stage until the last bell.
That's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did. Both of them.
Now she's holding
Why
that.
is she sweating?
Oh yeah, why is she holding her arm? Could it be? Yeah, think about this for a minute. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at that time?
Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now?
No! That's not what I meant!
Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m., but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing.
Why does she keep spelling words out? Is it because she's off at college where dudes have been rearranging her G-U-T-S? Well, here's the thing. He's been pretending he's been a dude, so he hadn't really gotten that kind of action. She.
Right, Heather. Yeah. Oh, boy.
One of those two...
Could one of them really have murdered Professor Courte?
I don't think so. Now that the secret's out,
I still think Professor Means is a suspect, too. I mean, but we don't know anything what he's doing.
all right. Now the secret's out.
Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows you're a girl?
No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Courte some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I really was a girl. And just today, I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf.
Wow, he must really like you.
I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this and this by any means possible.
What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do.
Aw, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please.
Stage costume related evidence taken in classic and justifies the mean style.
Oh, boy. That's not like we need it anyway.
Oh, darn it.
Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out.
Snitch?
What?
What? Snitch?
I wonder if it's,
I don't know.
could be Myriam. Who's the snitch, though?
Yeah.
The snitch? Sounds like a new lead.
The snitch.
There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors.
But why would anyone do that? Snitches get stitches.
Yep, indeed. And that came from Maddie.
Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body, but rumor has it grades were being bought and sold through the surveillance network.
Oh.
That's bribery! The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought!
this is important stuff, I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though.
Rick came online, but whoever that was. Okay,
Let's present
that statue.
Ooh, Lady Justice. That's so C-U-T-E.
You think this is cute?
Yeah, totally. The balance of the scales, the keenness of the sword, the cracks running all the way up.
That last one's only because I put it back together.
Ooh, I totally know what you mean. It's that feeling you get when something is so cute you want to smash it to bits. R-I-G-H-T?
I don't know about that shit.
Sorry, but that sounds more like a case of the crazy than a fondness for the cute.
All right. Well,
Now
what
what?
does story tell us? We're going to present something else.
Either the script, the tape recorder, the school photo.
Robin,
Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is?
Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense! That has to be one of Professor Courte's creations, man!
Professor Courte's artistic sense?
All right, Court's artistic sense. Talk about it.
Professor Courte's artistic sense. That's a tough one. I'd say it's avant-garde and very eclectic.
Avant-garde.
Avant-garde.
In other words, it's weird and all over the place.
Like I said, Picasso. Surveillance system. All I can imagine is Borat installing cameras in the bathroom so he can watch the ladies and make a toilet. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Courte's works, wasn't it?
The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice.
Lady Justice?
Professor Courte had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow.
So, this is the statue in its proper state?
No, that's Professor Courte's best guess on how to put it back together. She has no idea. I think she's not the artist we think she is.
I don't know.
You bet. Just look at that wild silhouette. Wow, it's so C-U-T-E.
I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this?
Athena, Lady Justice said she put back together on that stage.
Oh, right. I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo.
He says, what's with the creepy statue in the background? Looks like an enemy from Power Rangers. Yeah, one of the clay people.
Yeah.
But what in the world was it doing on the stage?
Lady Justice updated in the court record. Found broken on stage, Professor Courte had remade it to a completely different looking statue the day before the mock trial. Well, I think that about covers it.
Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say?
Sure, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it?
All classroom desks at the school have their own built-in computer, you know.
Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought.
I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech.
Okay.
Action.
Let's see what we got.
Which professor?
Means.
Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today.
Oh, that sounds like Professor Means.
That's 10 minutes into the speech, and when did the mock trial start?
I don't know.
Because he was there last night, so anyway.
The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival will begin shortly.
Is the camera like this the whole time?
Yeah, it's in a fixed position in front of the stage.
When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come.
How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy?
Let's just skip to the end of his speech.
All right.
Run it back.
Hey, what's this?
Junie's walking. No, let the mock trial begin.
Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot?
She's standing right in front of the camera.
Like she's leaving the room or something.
Leaving the room?
Wait a minute.
Don't you think she's just making her way to the front of the stage?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Looks to me like she cut right in front of the camera.
Juniper was also in charge of the audio.
Oh.
Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself?
She had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music.
Ooh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like.
Looks like there's a judge's bench back by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professors' names on them?
Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Courte were in charge of scoring the mock trial.
Lecture hall diagram adds to the quadric.
Diagram of the lecture hall where the mock trial took place. Well, only Professor Means was scoring the trial because Professor Courte was dead.
Yeah, but I don't know who else is there.
Okay, let's fast forward this a bit.
Run it back.
That's why the defendant is definitely guilty!
Ah, that was me. Could you tell?
Objection! A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab her professor with an arrow? I don't think so.
You read that line in the mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird.
Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script.
I think Juniper's gonna speak next.
I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true, I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it.
Wait,
What? No, hang on. What? She was practicing the mock trial.
Yes.
That's where that came from. Oh my God.
Next. Wow, what an emotional performance. She put a real actress to shame.
Wait, could you go back and play that scene again?
You really think that's necessary?
Yes, it is.
Do it again.
I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true, I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it.
Stop! Did you hear that?
I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again.
I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about?
I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard of the case.
Here we go.
Take that! I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat.
And look at it. It says it was recorded in the art room at 7:10 p.m. on the 23rd. So, and remember, Junie was,
I don't know.
she was at, okay, keep going.
I'll play it for you. You're a goner.
The voices and performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening.
It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated.
Well, who would try to fabricate evidence against Juniper?
Oh my God.
Who?
The culprit, maybe?
I guess, but I'm like, ugh.
They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that gender would become a key in today's trial,
He would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Wait a second.
No way!
Professor Mean's credo is the end justifies the means, so it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible.
Tape recorder updated in the court record.
Voice on the tape says you're a goner, just like a Junie script. It may be a fake.
Allow me, who says that?
Clavier.
Allow me to assist you with that.
Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're there.
It's go big or go home with Rockstar Entrances, Fräulein. Timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust it'll be all right.
Very much so. Thanks.
Yes,
Gavin?
indeed, Gavin.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. Be right back.
Bitchy snitches get snitchies. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center?
I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this was what I'd find.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
October 25th, detention center, visitors room. All right, time to finish this.
And that about covers the main gist of our investigation.
I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today.
Thank you for your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it will be getting dark soon, so...
Junie!
You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and...
No! Wait! You have to listen to me.
I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena.
Junie, you promised. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery, and we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what that truth is. If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear.
Okay, but only if it's the real truth.
So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do.
All right, talk to her. Suspicions about O'Conner.
The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh.
But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, you confessed in order to protect me.
This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious?
Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Oh, jeez. Wait, Athena! My bracelet reacted just now.
It did? But why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said?
Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Why is she holding her wrist just like Apollo, though?
I don't know. Uh-oh. Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. Well, hit her with it.
It's morphin' time, baby.
All right. All right, so I think you should look at her chest or something or whatever. Hugh is a gifted student. Gifted student, huh? He gets outstanding grades. Okay.
And never causes trouble. That's where the lie is.
Yeah, look down. I think it's... That thing's twitching. Go!
Gotcha!
Gotcha!
Well, what about her?
Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. It was huge. He gets shitty grades and he's a horrible student. Josh Dickerson is
Dickerson is in the chat, y'all.
Yeah,
Love it.
I voted was Hugh O'Conner. Back to the chest. For science, I swear. All right, well, anyways, let's get back.
Sorry, I just got to react to all these comments. Okay.
I think you skipped something here. Go back to... You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, and never causes trouble, a cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying. Can't stay, love. You
Can't stay. Love you guys.
Love you too. Love you too, Josh.
Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself.
Secret? About me? I don't understand.
I already told Juniper. Just might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore.
What? Why?
Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is.
Uh-oh.
He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret. Which means Hugh must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her the snitch.
Oh, no!
You were Professor Courte's snitch, weren't you?
There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, boy.
And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can't prove my hypothesis. I must have something that proves Junie's the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case.
So it's either the voice in it.
Dry all of a sudden. I don't know why. Hold on.
Gotta hydrate. Now, I suspect that it's this.
I don't know. I think it's the planner. Yeah,
It's either this or the planner. So what does story mode tell us?
Take that! Right here in Professor Courte's planner, it says routine report.
Oh, meet with you about that report yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I was sitting here thinking that he had to make a report, but turns out she got a report from Juniper. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch will report in to Professor Courte. I also believe Professor Courte planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense only if you're the snitch, Junie.
Forgive me. Forgive me, Tina. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected you from the start.
Did? Now this is surprising.
Whoa! So, wow, dude.
Listen.
Whoa, what the hell?
Listen to that music, though, man.
Man,
I'm surprised tears are running out of my eyes after this.
damn.
I'm so sorry. I talked about friendship so much. But I've been a terrible friend.
Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does. But I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. And its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right?
Apollo. Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
Wow, suspicious about O'Conner.
What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Courte told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice.
The dark gates of the law, huh?
She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that. Few others at the Academy shared her view.
Oh, Junie. I figured you'd say that, Zion.
I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic.
She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about.
And that report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd, was a part of that?
Yes. That's when I reported you to Professor Courte. She snitched on her own friend?
Yep, she did. God damn. Your report on O'Conner.
I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking.
What did you hear?
He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about?
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like where this is going.
Something about having paid money for good test scores.
Oh,
Bribery?
damn. Bribery. Yeah, that's right.
I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery! He was buying his way through school, and if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret.
That note that you talked about, that scrap note.
This guy here, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, $120?
Take that! We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes,
It must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October.
120 grand? What?
That is a lot of cheese.
That is a lot of simoleons.
what's more, take a look at this mark. That same mark is on the pages of Professor Courte's planner.
Hey, you're right.
Wait, but why would Professor Courte have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Courte.
No fucking way.
What?
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me?
No, I refuse to believe it. We gotta prove it. We gotta prove it.
Yeah, we gotta prove it.
But
That is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes.
Let me check my earphones for a bit. Okay, I'm good. It's just volume. Okay, anyways.
like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed.
I beg your finest unbelievable pardon?
Yeah.
Wow, this is getting real wacky real fast.
And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand.
Remember that. It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected Hugh if they knew what you knew.
No, I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh.
There's more?
What?
Oh, man.
You've got to be kidding me. There's another reason?
All right, your other reason. Talk to us, Junie.
I saw Hugh around 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial.
So it lines up with his testimony.
Oh, so she's finally ready to talk about that.
When I saw him, his... Oh, Athena.
Junie, are you all right? Just try to relax and tell me what happened.
Cutscene time.
Oh, boy.
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll
What?
have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands.
What?
His hands were
Covered in...
dripping with blood.
What? Hold on.
His hands were dripping with blood.
Oh, my God.
What?
What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer.
Well, what the heck was he walking like that for? Homeboy looked like a zombie there.
But my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I gonna do? You, he's... I can't take this anymore, Athena.
So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in, but it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery, and shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me. Oh, such...
Athena, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it.
Don't worry. We already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free.
I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time?
Famous last words.
Yup. Wait.
Still, there's this strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I better be imagining it.
Imagine
What do you mean what do you mean?
Well, to be continued.
Okay, package. I want to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
I know it's going to be a little bit longer than usual, but...
ladies and gentlemen of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, my brother, the Cannonball Alex Steele, has spoken. We are going to finish this tonight. Tonight.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, B. Let's continue to the next chapter. We're going to finish this tonight. October 26th, 9:45 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 3. Were you able to sleep last night?
Yes, tonight. Yay, Maddie. I know you love it. Yay.
Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure, I slept. For a grand total of 0 hours.
Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. Before you do, I have a good luck gift for you.
By the way, I am sweating like a hawk today.
The voice print analysis came back, and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice in the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same.
Hold that thought for a second. Chat, how did you feel about my performance when Juniper was crying and all that stuff? Feedback's appreciated.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that back.
I can't wait to hear it back either. So there you go. So yeah, now we know that key piece of evidence was a fake.
In other words, the recording's a fabrication. You did great. Thanks, Maddie. I knew you'd say that.
Tape recorder updated in the court record.
Voice on the tape says you're a goner, just like in Junie's script. It's been identified as a fake.
The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they found signs of overdubbing. But it's going to take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased.
Boo Phil.
I enjoyed the voice too. Oh, that was Alex. Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Louises.
Yep.
Nice rhyme.
Who's there? Wait!
Did you see who it was?
No. I got a quick look, but they got away.
What the hell?
Huh? I think it might have been Hugh. I bet he was eavesdropping.
I wonder if he saw our hand.
Oh, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Boxgirl were listening in too. I will make sure they don't make a run for it. That is my final gift to you.
Okay, all that's left now is to reach out to the truth.
Time for a mini Courts of Steel workout. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm fine! Your turn.
I'm Athena Sykes and I'm fine!
Objection! October 26th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
Time to bring it to an end.
Day 2. Court is now in session.
All rise. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods.
The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready as well. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Blackwell? Yes, well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unexpected, yet necessary. But I'll be running a tight ship here today, so no funny business from anybody. Understood?
Your Baldness, Robin Newman and Hugh O'Conner have recanted their confessions.
Oh, it's bitchy Blackwell.
Yep. But later, I shall grill them at leisure to find whether I can charge them with perjury.
Well, this sure complicates matters. Still, one must not overlook the facts. Now, about the school camera photo that was submitted yesterday.
A pity, but that evidence is no longer relevant to this case. The art room clock runs fast. It cannot function as an accurate means of time.
Measure of time.
As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying for his failure as we speak.
Poor Detective Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact.
But if that's the case, then what will we...
The accused is the sole person who could have moved the body from art room to stage. And I mean to prove it here this day.
It's just like Detective Fulbright said, but what else does he have up his sleeve?
My understanding of this heinous crime is thus.
Gotta hydrate.
The murder took place near the center of the art room, as evidenced by the blood stain. Blood was also found on some pottery next to the window over the maintenance area, which is to say the body was carried over to that very window. From there, it was dropped down to the maintenance area below, and though there was nary a scratch to the body aside from the fatal wound, that too was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage.
That's not very clever. I mean, it's the same exact body moving scheme as the script. Anyone could have moved the body that way.
Objection! Your propensity to spew forth words before you think is not very clever either.
Why, you?
Moreover, the prosecution has a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness, it's time for you to come forth.
All right, here we go. Here comes O'Conner. Well then, will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Hugh O'Conner. I'm a senior at Themis Legal Academy, and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday, I told that lawyer there that I would testify to the truth, so I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Ms. Sykes?
What's he up to now?
The court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Conner. Now, your testimony, please. All right, start talking, O'Conner. Witness testimony. What O'Conner saw.
The lecture hall was packed before the mock trial, but the rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the main area. Maintenance area.
Was he really?
I don't think
Because
so.
wasn't there a partition in the way?
Yeah, the fence. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. The real truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was going to bring up something else entirely against your client.
Never a snappy comeback when I needed one.
He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible.
To protect the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage, a mat was brought over to the stage from the storehouse.
Our client is the student council president. What's wrong with her taking it upon herself to put the mat away after they'd used it?
Objection! Oh, there is plenty wrong. There is but one mat in the entire school that could cushion a fall from such lofty heights. Huh. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body.
Ah! It sucks being the last to know everything.
I think I get it now. The drag marks we saw behind the stage were made by the mat.
Yep, and the window's right above there, too.
If the only mat of that thickness was where the body is assumed to have been dropped, it would be hard to deny a possible link to this case. We're off to a bad start again. You sure you're okay, Athena?
It's game on, Hugh. Game on. I'm gonna turn your arrogant, perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure.
Yeah, you tell him, Athena.
Cross-examination time.
Back to the chest for science, I swear. I can't stay love yous guys.
That was already there.
What?
Lecture hall was packed before the mock trial. The rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat from behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area.
I don't think so, Buster.
The photos.
Objection! So, you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area? Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here?
Why, yes. In fact, there were a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest. Peaked, rather, but yeah.
Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Now, let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! Since it was to the right of the stage, it should be right here. And from this vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop.
Oh my! But the screen would have been completely in the way.
That's right. Therefore, the witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point.
Ouch!
But to this court.
Screen. Right. Must have slipped my mind.
What? Are you telling me you, Mr. Genius, forgot something as literally big as that?
There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have, and the genius level lapses of memory that people like me have.
Why don't you just admit that it was a normal, everyday brain fart already?
Will the witness now please restate what he remembers minus the lapses of memory?
That's easy. I was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen. Oh, shut up.
Objection!
Objection! You are testifying that our client was behind the stage. But need I remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. To actually see our client behind the stage from the stage side of the screen, the witness himself would also have to be in the same area behind the stage. But in that case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Conner.
Ouch! Well, poop my pants.
Nice one, Athena. Keep it up.
Objection!
Objection!
Oops. Here we go.
All right, Golden Boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth will be like a weight lifted from your chest.
The truth? What truth?
The fact that Golden Boy here was where he initially stated. That is to say he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection!
Objection! But then the screen would have blocked his view of...
Objection!
Objection! On the ground, yes, his view would have been blocked indeed. But consider how smoke always wants to rise up high.
Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think...
Oh, yep, see who he's driving the truck.
Something's on the other side of the screen. Something high enough to see the stage. No way! This crane right here? But I don't remember seeing a crane there on the day of the mock trial.
Me neither. But it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body.
Hold it. Hold it. That's far enough, Prosecutor Blackwell. Remember, you promised.
Well, shit, my shirt.
I recall making no such promise. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information. Ah!
What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackwell is using against him?
What's it got to do with going into the crane?
Golden Boy did not go up in that crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds.
What? Do you mean to tell me a high school student was operating a crane?
Objection! The witness, I object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no proof I ever operated that crane.
Hold it!
Hold it! Actually, there just might be something that proves you did.
What?
If this whole part-time job thing is true, I doubt it would be limited to a single day. You were probably working at the same site the previous day, too.
Is this what you're thinking of, Athena?
Yep, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Conner.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous. How very interesting. Let's ascertain whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains.
The defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light.
That's all very well and good, but just how do you propose to do that?
The person in this photo has one really distinguishing feature. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. We can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness by examining his neck. The figure in this photo is wearing a very unique object around his neck.
And I wonder if that's the symbol of friendship he's talking about.
That might be, yes. Why, yes. You can see it right there. But then, are you saying you mean to...
Mr. O'Conner's neck is almost entirely concealed by his tall collar. But that's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination.
No, not a chance. That will be a blatant violation of my privacy. You are a disgrace, man. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Now let's see your neck.
Guess I have no choice.
That brace! Oh my!
So where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask?
I didn't buy it. It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world.
We'll keep that in mind.
Well, it sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed?
You are one irritating lady. Fine, I admit it. I work a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school.
But when you factor in all of the required tests and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane?
About that. You see, I'm a genius, so,
Objection!
Objection! Let us dispense with this inane charade, golden boy. Hold it! No, Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't! Ha! High school seniors are 19 at most. Thus, they fail to complete the requirements. But that does not apply to you, does it, Mr. O'Conner?
Why doesn't it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right?
No, don't, please! Ha! Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. He took a 7-year break from school.
Wait, come again?
Take a gander at the official school enrollment documentation. 'Tis all right there. Ah! Ouch!
25? You mean he's older than me? A 25-year-old high school student?
What?
25 years old?
What ridiculous?
What is going on here?
Hold it! A 7-year break. 7 years. Just one thing to say. Real Matt on guard.
Whoever that is.
Thank you for following. Man, I wonder who that is.
We didn't even type that.
No, that was an automatic thing.
Oh, it is. That's nice. Well, whoever it is.
I've just one thing to say. There are two kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind you mouth breathers take. And the genius kind people like me take.
Objection! But a genius would quickly become a chore for a 7-year break.
I think you have that backwards, Athena. Even geniuses make mistakes. I just happen to make mine only 7 years in a row.
Only Hugh could get away with using only like that.
Enough of this jibber-jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. That much is clear. I see no need to deliberate the matter further.
Considering that the body was moved in the same manner as in the script, I find Prosecutor Blackwell's claim to be quite persuasive. Does the defense care to dissuade me?
Hell yeah, we do.
As long as a mat was used to move the body, Jeannie's going to be under suspicion.
Athena, I just thought of something. What was Hugh doing in the crane right before the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at the time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start.
Yeah, why was he in the crane? Wait, you don't think... Your Honor!
Yes, Miss Sykes.
I've got it! I've got an amazing idea that will turn the prosecution's claim on its head. No conjecture has never stopped us before.
Interesting.
Mr. O'Connor, you were using the crane to move the body. The body was just like it was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. At least, that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish.
Those are pretty strong words, Athena. You sure about this?
The witness is a licensed crane operator, so he could have used it to move the body.
The
body with that?
Well, plus, remember that blood stain? Objection. Well, Golden Boy, care to chime in? I intend to say no more on the matter, save that this does not bode well for you.
Wait, he's on my side this time? Or is this another trap?
Oh boy.
Watch this. I could use a bow and arrow one-handed.
Wow, it's a crazy level of dexterity.
I could even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. But operating the crane itself is so complex it requires both hands. Now I would have the court look at this.
Huh? That hand!
Oh, please tell me that's a ketchup stain.
You wish. My hand was injured and required surgery. That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. I have already verified this with the hospital of treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say.
So, how did you hurt it?
I see no need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case. 2 hands are required to operate complex machinery such as a crane. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane.
Now I'm the fool?
Well, she stumbled right into it.
Yep.
I planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanting to keep my part-time job a secret, I had to do it just before the mock trial instead.
Here I thought this was the big break we've been waiting for.
Now that the defense's sophistry is laid bare, I would have the court recall my claim.
The body was dropped out of a 3rd-floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. Then a ball cart was used to move it to the stage. See? I've been paying attention.
Well done, your baldness. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging that mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. Oh, wow, no, she's just...
He turned that around real quick. Well, I think you were on the right track, Athena.
You do?
Yeah, Juniper remains a prime suspect if we assume the body was moved per her script. So as a defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved.
But... Oh, is he telling me to think of another way besides the crane?
Yeah, think outside the box, honey.
Yeah. Miss Sykes, if you have a counter-argument, this court would love to hear it. And
If you do not, it is time for the verdict. Isn't that right? Isn't that correct, your baldness?
Objection!
Objection! No, not yet. All I have to do is show that the body wasn't moved like it was in the script, right?
Robert Brown, thanks for liking the
Hey,
stream.
thank you, brother.
Is it Rob Frost?
No, Robert Brown. He's a wrestling promoter.
Oh, nice. Well, thanks for liking the stream, brother. Well, that would show that the mat had nothing to do with this case.
There is a sword of great renown that cuts down sophistic lawyers. Its name is evidence.
You don't scare me. Force a smile, Athena. You can do it.
What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's a weird mix of terror and creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. Sorry about that.
How could anyone lower it without just dropping it? It's not like it could fly. Or maybe it could. After all, there is a way to zip between the art room and the stage.
Yep.
Someone could have easily used that thing.
Oh, yes, of course. Miss Sykes, the court would like to see what you have for us.
All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of a possibility. The mat and ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used. Here we go.
Oh, baby.
Take that!
Greg Beadle, thanks for liking the stream, brother.
Thank you so much.
The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together.
Might I propose an idea? Might do you well to tie your lips together, lest you further expose your ignorance.
This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackwell. Anyway, the court will recall the wire on which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in the school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire!
Objection! Spare me your armchair theories. This wasn't some kind of high wire act. The body surely would have fallen. Yet there are no signs of blunt force trauma.
Listen to that music.
Objection! Oh, you surprise me, Prosecutor Blackwell. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that?
I'm sure that's exactly what he thought.
When we investigated the stage yesterday, the bottom part of the school banner had been tied into a pouch-like shape. And pouches are useful for carrying things. What do you think this one could have carried?
Well, go on. Please explain.
The body was funneled into the pouch-like section of the banner and sent down the wire. The body would have been down on that stage in a flash, and there'd be no need for a mat.
Oh, that's a good one.
Order. I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying?
Objection! I've no patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. Your claim is as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high wire act.
If you have an actual objection, then just come out and say it!
I trust you recall the bloodstains left on the art room pottery.
Uh-oh.
If the wire had been used to move the body, it would have to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the blood-stained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. Ergo, the wire and banner had naught at all to do with this case.
Oh, the bloodstained pottery. I remember that.
That could have just been spray, dude.
I know. This doesn't look good. We'll be back to the mat theory if you don't do something. Well, Miss Sykes, I hope you have something better this time than a circus act.
If my wire theory is true, then that blood on the pottery must not have been the victim's blood. Maybe it's not the victim's blood.
Yeah, we need to get that analyzed because remember, Fulbright didn't analyze it at first, right?
I think it's Hugh O'Connor's blood, don't you think?
Did the police check to see from whom the blood on the pottery came from?
Shame on you, Sykes Dodo. Have a little more respect for the constabulary. Tucker. Fulbright. Fulbright.
Looks like they didn't check it.
Don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone makes mistakes.
Spare me your cheek. We will know not either way till the tests are run.
True, but in the meantime, I'm going to press my claim as far as I can.
Your baldness. I demand that the blood on the pottery be analyzed this instant.
Of course. It shouldn't take long to get the results back. Well, I think we're doing pretty good, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh my, that was quick. Or history if it turns out to be the victim's blood.
Please, please let it be someone else's.
It seems the blood was not from the victim.
What?
Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved with this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Conner.
Yep, called it.
Score!
She shoots, she scores!
Yeah!
Don't worry, Junie. Just try to relax. His hands were dripping with blood. Your Honor, as we saw earlier, the witness's left hand had suffered a serious injury. He sustained the wound in a struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the pottery. And Junie saw his bloodstained hands as they passed each other in the first floor hall. It's the only explanation that covers everything.
Well, hang on. I don't think we're ready just yet.
Objection!
Objection! There is but one way now to turn aside her blade. But do not cast the blame on me. Your grudge is with Sykes Dodo, for it is she who forces me to expose your secret. Fine. Whatever.
Wow. How much dirt does she have on Hugh?
The court will observe this odd-looking envelope. It was inside this that Myriam Scuttlebutt's script was found.
Miss Scuttlebutt's? But didn't the prosecution already claim that this envelope is the one that contained her script?
Circumstances have changed. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all.
Let's see here. My word! Talk about the world's most painful paper cut.
He was trying to get inside the script and he cut his hand. What a jackass.
Ugh, he fell for it big time, bro.
Indeed. You can clearly see that if this envelope is not opened correctly, a powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Constance Courte.
You really want to see my script that bad? You better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you hadn't. Yikes. Myriam wasn't kidding when she said that.
The blood on the blade is the witnesses. Our genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness.
Ouch! This guy's the worst genius I've ever seen.
Don't worry, Athena. The wood isn't that deep. You still got the wire theory.
Yeah, I've got it. Since the blood by the window overlooking the maintenance area isn't the victim's, there's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and banner. Therefore, the defense once again asserts just that.
Hold it! You call yourself a lawyer? Don't you see the glaring contradiction in your thinking?
Huh?
The court would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out.
And you? How can you adhere to such outdated beliefs? But whatever. It seems you've forgotten the two statues that were on stage directly below the wire. A body sent sliding down that wire would have crashed into them. Care to explain that away?
Uh-oh.
That's how they must have fallen off.
Yes! Why, I believe he's right. The statues and the wire are extremely close together.
So the body would have collided with the statues? What if they did collide? Wait, that's it! Speaking of those statues, we still don't know how they were broken. But if we assume the body crashed into them,
Ooh.
that would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room.
Oh, now that you mention it, you and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard that sound, correct?
Objection!
Objection. Interesting. How very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it that you heard said sound?
It was a little after the mock trial had started.
Oh
boy.
Yeah, so kind of a bit of a sticky wicket.
Mr. Wright and I were practically bored to tears there in the waiting room when... Ah!
Precisely. If that sound you heard did happen while the body was being moved, that would place it during the mock trial.
Oof! Which means the body wouldn't have been there before the mock trial started.
You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body.
You said he saw the body before the mock trial. If so, then my claim that the body was moved during the mock trial doesn't hold water. Stupid contradiction. It's gonna get me and our case killed.
The focus was on just 3 suspects because the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion, therefore, contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Objection!
Objection. Both sides still lack incontrovertible evidence. So should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion?
Good point.
Prosecutor Blackwell is on our side.
I think he's on the side of the truth.
Yep, I don't know.
I bet he's figured out the truth behind this case.
Well, great, as long as he's not up to something else.
If the statues really were broken when the body hit them, then Hugh's statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie.
I'm gonna go, bye.
Bye, Zion. Thanks for staying.
Okay, Mr. O'Connor. Let's get to the bottom of this contradiction about when you saw the body. Look me straight in the eyes and repeat your statement to me.
Like I said before, before the mock trial, the body was, you know...
Also F. Blackwell.
I shall only say this once, Golden Boy. You had best tell the truth and do it now.
Hey, my earbuds are like...
Me too.
That is, if your head was...